Hello and welcome to the Blasters. I'm Pounded and I'm the skipper of DCS VFA-34.
And I'm 4-inch, I'm the XO.
So one of the things we pride ourselves on here at the Blue Blasters is that we're practically the only squadron in the DCS community where you don't get to choose your call sign. It's assigned to you. If you love it, great, you get to keep it. If you hate it, great, you get to keep it.
Like most Navy squadrons, we single out our pilots for something stupid that they've done or a play on their name.
Or any stupid personality traits or personal flaws.
Without further ado, here's how our squadron members got their call signs.
Pounded, the man, the myth, the legend. Why don't we start off with you? First, let's get a random question. Why do you always ignore everyone in the squadron?
Wait, sorry, what?
Okay, moving on. Let's get your call sign story.
Alright, so my call sign is a play on my last name. I'm not going to say that here, but it's a synonym for not tight. So if you put pounded and then that together, it comes up with a suggestive statement about me. Or we'll just show them the picture they made. Yeah, there you go. And I don't know, could have something to do with my alleged anger issues.
Alleged, huh?
And up next we have the EXO 4-inch. So before I get started with your call sign, random question. Which character of the room can you most identify with?
I'd have to say it's probably Chris R. That's the guy that beats up Denny. Look him up.
Very nice. Now let's get your call sign story.
Alright, so like our lovely CO, my call sign was given to me as a play on my last name, which, if you go look on the website, could be considered a slang term for a phallic member.
And up next we have the OPSEU shortstop. Shortstop, how did your mother's smoking affect your height?
Well, as you can see from the photo that Kat has, I'm not very tall anymore. So,
and so does that relate?
Sad day.
Does that relate to how you got the call sign shortstop?
Maybe.
Why don't you tell us that story?
Well, some people are very odd and like to look at the internet too much and find pictures of people when they were very small and had very large heads, and so yeah, that's pretty much where it came from. There's a picture of me when I was very small with a very big head.
That was an awesome story, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Alright, and up next is Busy. So Busy, how did it feel putting Forge's name on your own jet?
You know, it really sucks. Being the Squadron XO, I should rightfully have 401. But Cat just comes in here and pretends like he's the XO because he's been here longer, and everybody likes him more. It's really dumb. And it really sucked putting his name on the XO jet, where my name should be.
And so, Busy, how'd you get your call sign?
Well, you know, funny story. I have a 9-to-5 job, and my last name sort of rhymes with busy, and being a very creative squadron, they're like, hey, let's just call him Busy, and it stuck.
Cool, thank you, Busy.
And up next we have Baghdad. Hey Baghdad, how's your sister doing?
Pretty good. How about your sister?
I don't have one. How'd you get your call sign, Baghdad?
It was a training mission we did. Which training mission was it?
It was your low level.
Yeah, it was low level. Decided to show off just a smidge, and maybe went a bit too low, and definitely hit my bag on a rock. And from what you tell me, capital of Baghdad is Iraq, and a common name for a external fuel tank is bag. So bag, rock, Baghdad. You know, there you go. It's not bad. I like it.
Cool.
And here's the newest blaster, Gigabyte. So Gigabyte, how's the weather in Rio?
Pretty nice. Only about 120 degrees outside. 100 if you're in the air conditioner.
Not fun. So why don't you tell us how you got your call sign?
Well, first time I was flying with the blasters, the commanding officer Sam asked me how would I pronounce gigabytes, and I said gigabyte, but that wasn't good enough for him because he said that every Brazilian he knows pronounces it gigabyte for whatever reason. And to be honest and fair, it's true. For whatever reason, Brazilians can't pronounce gigabyte correctly. And in a not racist at all call sign, that's what I got in honor of my countrymen. But it's all good.
Yeah, preserving the tradition. Alright, thanks, Gigabyte.
See ya.
And next we have Nagoti. So, Austin, before we get started with this, what's your biggest regret in life?
Joining VFA-34.
Very nice. Good job. So, Austin, why don't you go ahead and start telling us about your call sign?
So, when I first joined the squadron, I had a icon for Discord that was an anime girl. And Sam, Hounded, you, told me to change it because it might be ridiculed within the squadron. And I failed to do so because I didn't really care. So within the squadron we have this concept of a Gomi, which is basically the person that you love in the squadron, your best friend. You want to kiss them and
You
tuck
give them
them
tons
in.
of hugs and kisses.
Exactly.
My Gomi is the XO. Forge.
For now.
Yeah.
But anyway, the whole joke is that I won't have a Gomi. I'll be playing with anime titties instead, so it's an acronym for no Gomi, anime titties instead.
It's a pretty good call sign.
I don't think so. I think you
Too
could do
bad.
better.
It's yours for life, buddy.
You could definitely do better.
Debatable. Alright, so up next we have Dan, better known as Juicy. Hey, Juicy, is your favorite brand of yogurt Danimals?
Animals? No.
Oh, what is your favorite brand of yogurt?
I don't know. Like Jumbo yogurt?
Cool, how'd you get the call sign Juicy?
Because it's fucking juicy. No, it's just because I say a lot of times juicy, and it is just juicy. So that's how I got juicy.
Juicy. Cool. Alright, thanks, Dan. And up next we have Postal. So, Postal, how does it feel to be the only Top Gun grad on the internet?
Well, I might be the only Top Gun grad controller. I got a feeling that some of these real F-18 pilots actually have attended, but as far as being the only controller that I know of, I just feel like I'm hearing them playing the game. That's all.
Cool. So how'd you get your call sign?
Call sign Postal. I got it from a training exercise where we utilized boxes to map out the carrier, and due to my profound ability at destroying said boxes in a very similar fashion as the post office, there's the source of Postal.
Cool. Thank you, Ryan. And up next we have Betty. Betty, question. What's your opinion on the current state of DCS?
Well, I seem to have a lot of issues with it, and they sometimes drive me to the edge, and I reach certain points where I don't even know what to do. So I go to the kitchen, I grab a knife, and I cut my wrists.
And so Betty, how'd you get your call sign?
Well, first I started out with a stupid ass call sign. I guess I bitch a lot now, so I guess we named myself after the annoying ass woman that voices out all the warning calls in the Hornet.
Cool.
And up next we have Riley. So Riley, how does it feel to have a weekly allowance more than the entire GDP of Greece?
Well, you really threw that at me, but it's good. I don't know.
And so Riley, how'd you get your call sign?
So, I got my call sign because there is a porn star named Riley Reid who I supposedly look like.
Cool. Bye, Alex.
See ya.
Alright, and up next is Landon, whose call sign is Kendrick. Kendrick, quick question. When are we gonna get a face reveal?
Pretty soon. It's coming up. When the time's
Oh,
right.
okay. Alright. Looking forward to it. So, Kendrick, how'd you get that call sign? It's what everyone's dying to know.
Oh man. Well, on an exam flight with my instructor, we had a little mishap, and I partially got into a wreck with him. Everyone survived, except I'm a bit of a rough jockey around with the plane sometimes, and if I end up in a burning wreck, they decided that the best way to get me out would be a Kendrick extraction device, and I'd probably leave on a gurney. So, fingers crossed, nothing like that's happened so far, but, you know, keeps me on my toes.
That made complete and total sense, thank you.
Perfect.
Up next we have Prep. Hey Prep, how's your MD-80 doing?
Pretty good. I greased it yesterday with a 34 foot per minute descent rate on landing. That was pretty nice.
That's pretty epic. So how'd you get the call sign Prep?
I guess I play pre-par 3D too much. It's fun watching MD-80s just at cruising altitude. A lot better than, you know, pulling G's and stuff.
Couldn't agree more.
Up next we have Gomer, who couldn't be here because he was at a Farmers of Canada meeting. Gomer is derived from Private Pile and Full Metal Jacket, as in Gomer Pile. This is because the two have a striking resemblance. Furthermore, Gomer also has its own meaning here in VFA-34, meaning one who is overly fond of the same sex. And that's how the blasters got their call signs. We hope you enjoyed this video, and you can expect to see more from us from our upcoming deployment.